oh shit, we have a relationship with them. No, they say what could be the biggest when we announce it. What could get us the most subscribers, make us the most revenue. We're finding that out. And I think 50 is finding that out. I think 50 realizes that Netflix, they're down for anything as long as they could get someone else to be the face to give it credibility. That Jay-Z effect. Remember, Jay-Z was the face for a lot of shit for certain companies? They just care about selling, selling, selling. You see 50 in front of the Netflix logo. He says, little sex worker, he says, LOL, little sex worker doing it big. Get it, baby.
I just want to look.
Okay? It's 50 with Netflix. I think he's trying to get the influence over there, like possibly close to what he had to Stars. I don't think he will, because Netflix is really huge. So, he's trying. You know what he did? And you got to realize, this Sean Combs thing is an absolute fucking hit, chat. It's a hit. I think the majority of things he's doing is marketing this, but it's such a hit. Look at this. It shows him at the Netflix meeting and Puff in jail, right? Puff in jail throwing down the phone or whatever the case is. He's with his lawyer throwing down the phone. Right?
Dang, but it's getting interesting.
Now, when you look at this, and by the way, here's another thing. He has a picture of him presenting this. I would imagine it's Netflix. He said, "Good morning, guys. Don't let my momentum agitate you. The bidding war for WPBB is heating up, and I don't care how it goes. I'm leaving with winner." Now, I don't know what WBB is. What is that?
Yo, what WBB is?
Now, a lot of people think it's unethical for a rapper to be blowing the whistle on another rapper, given the fact that many rappers.
I know that's unethical.
Maybe not Diddy things, but like,
I'm trying to figure that out.
I can tell you, I know many rappers who they do domestically assault their women. They have put their hands on their woman. They have beat their woman before. They have a domestic case. People would think it would be unethical, especially if you've been accused of such things, to be the person blowing the whistle.
Who is accused of this?
Being accused of such things. 50 don't give a fuck. Okay? He don't give a fuck.
Excuse that language, everybody.
He's at number 1 in 36 countries and 11 others still going up. Okay? Now, here it is. 50 is now.
What it is?
A picture, and an edited picture of that. A picture that someone drew.
Dang.
Of Jay-Z.
Why they did jiggle like that?
Please stop sending me stuff like this. I'm not.
That's crazy.
But of course, he's being facetious because he posted the picture that he claimed.
What up, nephew?
Now, that's not the interesting
part. Yeah. What up, nephew? How you doing?
When you look at it, 50 was.
How you feeling tonight?
Here, and he was liking posts. You can't see what the author, which will be 50, likes. But
50 was liking posts?
I guess I can post it on.
That what happening, bro. As you can see, I'm chilling too, man. You know, I'm cooling, dog. You know, life ain't too hard. Chilling with the big boy Natty that is behind me. We watching DJ Academics talk on this 50 Cent and P Diddy beef. You know, he be pretty informal about things. So, you know, I'm just kicking it back, watching that. You feel me? I don't got too much going on, dog. You know, I'm cool.
Anyway, I don't want to slow the stream now. 50 is liking these comments. And these comments.
I think the whole thing hilarious, bro. I think the whole thing hilarious, bro. What you think about it?
On Jay-Z next, right? Oh, actually, people posted on Twitter. So they're actually saying, and they're encouraging, and 50's like, here we we go. Said 50 Cent liking the comments hinting Jay-Z's next.
Yeah, man.
Somebody says, my only question. He's next, isn't he? 50 liked it.
Who next?
Okay. So 50 seems to be
Feel Jay-Z next, man.
Liking comments that would make people assume maybe he's gonna target Jay-Z next for a documentary expo.
He ain't gonna target. He ain't gonna target Jay-Z, man. I don't know. Maybe he will, man. It's a lot of power. It's a lot of power behind that.
Did y'all see this new interview?
No interview. What new interview?
Her life, including videos, contribute to a critical portrait of Diddy in the documentary, which we can report tonight has now jumped to #1 for Netflix shows in the U.S. since debuting.
Dog, it's crazy that jumped to #1, dog.
Tackles Diddy's entire life, including previous legal.
Imagine your downfall peaking on #1 on Netflix. That's crazy.
Convicted for prostitution crimes that landed him in prison for about 2
Oh, the net of that makes you mean and sleepy.
Is also rebutting this project as a quote shameful hit piece.
That's crazy,
They
man.
note the obtained footage was not.
It made me chillax.
Netflix says they legally obtained the videos. In addition, tonight, another dynamic here is that another famous rapper is, of course, behind this film, 50 Cent, who has long publicly clashed with Diddy and has recently expanded into a wide range of film and TV projects.
What?
He has plenty to say about Combs' record. The rapper, actor, and producer joins me now. He's sold over 30 million albums.
He got a new suit.
Won all kinds of awards and accolades along the
That's
way.
crazy.
Now, successful film and TV producer. And we're also joined by his colleague on the project.
They both here smiling, looking crazy. You know, they going crazy.
Always great to have a 50-day.
Yeah, it's always gonna be good.
Great for me. There we go. It's an important project, clearly.
You know it's real when you hear them corny laughs, dog.
Why this project right now?
Well, we waited until after the results of the trial to release the project, but I started like almost 5 months before I was able to find Alex.
He started 5 months ago on this project.
Showrunner and
Started cooking up, getting right.
Into the project being really well put together, so you know, they should expect it to perform like Reggie Jackson did.
Thank you.
Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, I think
What Reggie Jackson got to do with this?
We wanted to wait, to get through all of the legal proceedings, the criminal trial, and it spans. It's four parts, and it spans over 30 years of pop culture, his life. So it took some time, to say the least, to put all of this together.
It's an important story.
They took their time with this now.
Just tell it with all the public material. You go further. You've gotten your hands on some extra new material people are going to see for the first time, including this video. Any journalist would want to know how you got it, but it is Sean Diddy Combs in the heat of this, right before the arrest for the trial we just discussed.
That is the video.
Private moments, talking to his lawyer, cameras running. Let's take a look.
It's the middle of September and there's still no diet.
Dog. Why did it look like the projects? That video looked like Diddy hanging out in the projects. That man look stressed out. Listen to the tone of his voice. The tone of his voice just screams stress. He stressed the hell out. His leg shaking, leg going crazy. Leg shaking.
How'd you get it, and what does that scene show?
Well, I mean, you're a journalist. You would not disclose your sources.
We usually don't.
Yeah, but
Yeah, this is wild, dog.
What do you say?
What do you think it conveys? Because we've seen someone trying to pull the strings and talking about, he would say affecting, others would say manipulating the public views of the allegations.
I think that, one big theme of the series is to go behind the scenes to really understand how brilliant you could say Sean Combs is at marketing, at owning his narrative.
Complimenting him while ruining his life. This is crazy.
When his life is on the line. So I think that, on its face, that's what it is. But as you get deeper in the film, you start to realize, perhaps how some of
Appreciate that.
these
Appreciate
tactics,
that.
how they really came to present themselves, during the trial.
You show that his abilities, his early rise.
I appreciate that, Erica.
Give time to victims of the
Erica Pope.
abuse when the cases are different.
That's real. That's love.
And you show victims who were women and men. Why is that important?
Because victims of sexual assaults, sexual violence, that should there should be gender should not be a part of that conversation. When you are a victim,
Yo, 50. You're the one.
You're looking crazy.
50 a cold nigga, bro.
Victim. And I think that this series was a platform in a way for these alleged victims to come forward.
A series. Imagine somebody dropping a series on your downfall.
We just went
with heavy receipts.
And they really had the time to tell their story.
It's crazy.
Yeah, the film takes us way behind the PR.
I'm about to grab one of them natty dads and crack one of them holes open. Now I'm talking about.
He's finding out about new suits against him while he's in New York preparing for a possible criminal arrest. This is another moment from the video that 50 said he won't tell us where he got it. But it's a rare window into his thinking. I can say, just like Nixon didn't think the Watergate tapes would come out against him, it would appear that Diddy did not think he would lose control of this video as he talks about an accuser.
He lost all control. So he did it when Luke. Man, he lost all control. Lost all the damn control in the world. Now I'm watching a commercial about cats. Why are they advertising cats to me for? I don't got no damn cats around here.
And that's pretty much it. They're going to back for you from there.
I can't stand this now. Like this is crazy. Next, let's get back to the more commercials. They really know how to drive a Negro crazy. I can't, man. Back to the documentary. You look like that actor from Welcome to Derry. What actor that is, man? You got to give me a name, bro. You got to give me a name so I can know who you're talking about. I ain't never heard of the TV show Welcome to Derry. I never heard of it.
We played all these before.
Alexandria, what is this show in the story you're telling?
Well, this is a moment where the lawsuits, I would say, take a turn and they become very personal for him. Don Richard is one of the alleged victims who filed a lawsuit, and I think that this is a moment where he was nicked. His armor was nicked, I guess you could say, because I think Sean Combs is a person who probably feels like to step to him, especially legally, takes a lot of courage that I don't think he really assumed that a lot of people were going to have, even though the Cassie lawsuit had already been out. And so I think he was a little off balance, but that quickly turned to anger.
And 50, the project, I've seen all 4 episodes, it doesn't feel like a personality critique. It feels like it goes to the conduct, the alleged abuse, some of it alleged, some of it proven. And so you also show the one person who worked with Diddy. This was a Bad Boy co-founder who had a falling out with him, as apparently many people did. And it goes beyond the bravado. Some would say, 50, you have some bravado, and that's okay. Here, it seems that it turns into something more sinister and abusive. I want to play.
Dang, that's crazy. Those are crazy words to use. Sinister and abuse.
He had this thing with strongmen, and he had a thing with wanting to be one, but not positioned to be one street-wise, but positioned to be one industry-wise. And they call that a paper gangster.
Oh, I'm not paying.
A paper gangster. That's crazy.
And so as he's
That's
paper
crazy.
gangstering, he's also trying to street gangster.
Yeah, Kurt Barlows has a lot of insight. And then, his documentaries are
50 is so smart. With him being the executive producer, we talk shit on Instagram more. He could come in and be like, man, I know Puffy. Puffy's blah, blah, blah. Remember, he's not featured in the documentary. He's just executive producing. So what he does is, of course, he probably helped create the narrative, but he doesn't give any context to it. He just relies on the people that he used to create the narrative, which is in a documentary. It's like, oh, this person has a lot of insight. 50's smart, man.
About people being able to tell their truth or tell.
I mean, yeah, ducking and dodging a defamation lawsuit, that's smart as hell. Yeah, that is smart. You putting out a big ass documentary on Netflix, and you walking on eggshells with it at the same time. You putting out heavy allegations, but you walking on eggshells at the same time. It's pretty amazing.
You could have been a full-time psychologist and done very well with that. You have a keen eye for people. Fair?
Oh yeah, I try.
Mr. Burroughs makes the argument that Diddy was overcompensating, that he wasn't initially actually a tough guy.
Right.
And then there's the old saying, be careful who you pretend to be, you might become them.
That's true.
Did that happen to him in your view?
I'm not sure if that's what transpired, because I don't know him to be tough. We haven't even had problems. Like, me and him. Like, I issued Nelson and beef for 20 years, but I have hired both of his sons for different projects that I worked on, like both two different television shows, Quincy and Justin. So I don't have that energy towards him.
So Fifth is good. He's now on this press run. He's acting like he's never had a problem. When you hear him on Drink Champs, man, I ain't never fucked with it.
Like, yeah. But we've tried.
That is true,
Like when other people pointed out those situations, like the dangerous like that. I said, oh, okay. I take it in, but we never got there.
Mm. Alexandria, the story also broadens well beyond the recent case. You look at a very controversial incident he was involved in early in his life, where people were badly hurt and killed, lost their life, but it was like a melee, not one-on-one violence. You look at the infamous case in the nightclub with J-Lo, where another artist, Shine, took the rap, not him. Are you trying to tell a story that he's been getting away with things this whole time, or is that up to the viewer to decide?
I mean, yeah.
Absolutely up to the viewer. I think that my job was to show patterns, and my job was to report the facts and things that happened. And I think that it's pretty obvious that there are patterns that follow him, trails, of destruction and devastation that follow. And I think that again, context is everything. And so when you're talking about Sean Combs, when you're talking about these cases, you can't just cherry pick one to make it all make sense. You have to look at the piece as a whole.
Yeah. Now we have to talk about Tupac, which I wasn't committed to, but then I watched the doc. So
I know you were getting that.
You have a lot of people saying stuff.
Bro, it's crazy that you just see all these conspiracy theories just come together. Like me, I was born in the 90s or whatever. So growing up, you always hear these crazy conspiracy theories about oh man, this happened, that happened, or whatever like that. So it's just to see all this stuff come together and see how it's just becoming a reality. It's just crazy, man. Like this is wild. You grow up hearing about stuff and you be like, man, that's far-fetched as hell, dog. How you gonna believe that? And then you see a whole DVD about the stuff that you just heard about growing up, bro. It's just crazy, dog. It's absolutely insane to me.
I think that for us, it was really important to understand.
You see what I mean, man? You know what I'm talking about? It's just crazy.
Biggie and Tupac, and what was really going on behind.
You hear about all these conspiracy theories, and then all of a sudden, all these conspiracy theories are on TV, smack dab in your face. And you be like, dang, dog.
Left with the impression that he was responsible.
Maybe people weren't crazy. Maybe these
I
like
think that's
it's
really
just crazy, dog. You feel me?
court system and that's
I wonder like how true the Easy E and all that other stuff is. You feel me?
PPD, himself repeatedly, and the LAPD.
So some love, brother love.
Nah, Pip is not
It's
bothered,
crazy.
bro.
This is
What he
crazy.
was saying, yeah. And yeah, you're speaking about a key person who some people would say, oh, that's strong evidence. Other people would say, when you get into years later and people with various agendas, you don't know. You have a juror in here. What did that show us about this case? Because there is a tension within all this. It's no stranger.
Like, what you think is gonna happen when he get out? You think all hell gonna break loose?
Survivors and Cassie, clearly. At the same time,
Like, do you think all hell gonna break loose when P Diddy get out of jail? You know, all hell might break loose.
as so many Americans. And in all fairness, if he said, okay, he'd be a big part of the case, right? You said. Many people think that was an unjust outcome, but when talking to the jurors, what did you find? Because the film,
They're trying to set 50 up to say something positive, to say, yo, hey, no matter what we thought or we've heard, the jurors agree based on the evidence that he's not a sex trafficker and he did not commit RICO with blah blah. So the dude, is this Ari Melber? Yeah, it is. He's setting it up to see if he can get 50 to say something good about Diddy. So it's like, oh, I learned about his conviction for certain things on your Instagram. You're the one, you're in tune. But then I watched the documentary, I'm hearing the jury, blah, blah, blah. Could you tell me why the jurors voted the way they did? So again, the proper way would be 50 saying, yo,